My name is Carl Spector. I focus my practice on helping people who are faced with DWI, DUI, and all criminal charges in the state of New Jersey. Also admitted and practiced in the state of New York. For the last nearly 30 years, I've helped countless hundreds of people who have been in trouble with the law. Most of them, vast majority of them, have never been in trouble before. They're good people with families and careers and a normal life. Well, I focus on criminal defense for several reasons. First, many people arrested for a crime have no previous experience with the law, and they need an education. They need two things. They need to be educated, and they need a good advocate. So they come from all walks of life, from all professions, male and female, and one of the most important things that people need from me is knowing that everything is going to be okay. And the way I tell them that is by giving them the information that they need to make decisions. So that I focus on criminal defense work because I can make a difference in somebody's life. I can educate them and then ultimately be the best advocate possible for their case. After representing hundreds and hundreds of people, I found out that many people believe that their life is over and everything's going to be dark because of the fact that they've been arrested. And what I can bring to them is light. I can bring them information. I can get them the control back that they need in their life to realize that their case might be winnable, certainly defendable, and that it might end a lot better than they would have ever imagined in the beginning. Unfortunately, the arrest or the charge or the beginning of that summons is the first step, but it is only the first step. And not until you get a full idea of what your defenses may be and what the proofs are against you, the way our criminal justice system works is that you're presumed innocent, and the burden to prove you guilty is on the state, on the police, on the prosecutors, and unless they have those proofs, they can't prove you guilty. So you'd be surprised and shocked on how some cases that seemed unwinnable end up being resolved very, very positively. No attorney is allowed to give percentages of wins and losses, but I can tell you that more often than not, I'm able to help people come out of their situation better than they started. My goal is to leave you better than the way I found you. This may mean reduced fines, reduced points, no jail time, maybe probation. I mean, in some cases, absolutely, there might be a dismissal available. But every case is different. Every client is different. Every set of facts are different. And all of those factors have to come together for a true resolution. You should take it very seriously because what you're trying to do is to preserve your future, to preserve your record. So you should take even the case that seems to be the least serious, at least get a consultation and make sure that you're not going to end up with a criminal record or a record that you're never going to be able to undo in the future. So you should treat any arrest, any summons, any ticket, especially your first one, as a serious offense worth fighting to avoid a conviction, because you don't want to set yourself up for some life-changing problem later on that you can't undo. Well, defending yourself in any court is certainly discouraged, even by the judges. And you would not ask somebody to fix your car that wasn't a mechanic. You wouldn't ask somebody to do heart surgery that wasn't a heart surgeon. And while the law is not heart surgery, it certainly has its nuances and it certainly has its consequences. So if you to use a public defender, you would have to qualify. Most people don't qualify. If you do qualify, you certainly can use a public defender. Bear in mind that private attorneys ordinarily allow for more time spent with their clients than public defenders, and that private attorneys usually put more of their time into each and every case as opposed to a public defender that may have a much higher caseload and might not invest quite as much time into the resolution of your case. So while public defenders certainly are excellent attorneys, if you want more personal service, someone who you reach after hours perhaps, just for a question in an email or in a text, you probably need to get that type of service from a private attorney. Well, in hiring me, you get my experience, nearly 30 years as a prosecutor in the municipal court previously, and also a prosecutor in Bronx County, New York. You get me. I am your attorney. You get to ask me the questions. You get to go through the process with me. I consider my client as the only accessible witness to whatever event that they were arrested or charged with. So I use you for information, you use me for education, and ultimately you use me to be your advocate. So what you get from me is decades of experience, access to my educating you to get you in the best possible position to make a great decision and hopefully resolve your case more than satisfactorily. Most importantly, you understanding why you're resolving your case in a certain way, and that you understanding that it's a satisfactory resolution based on all of the information I've given you over a series of days, weeks, or months. Well, you'll be treated, first of all, you should know that you'll be treated by me. I pick up my own phone. I don't have a staff that is screening my calls. If I am in court and unable to pick up the phone, you can text me. I am, in most courts, allowed to text. So what you can expect is as close to immediate satisfaction from making that phone call. If you have a question, I'll answer it right away. Try not to let things linger, because if you're calling me, it must be important. And I want to give you the information, give you my input as quickly as possible. So most importantly is when you call me, you get me, not somebody else telling you he'll get back to you. Absolutely. Whether we do an initial phone consultation or you come to my office for an appointment, any information that you give to me is taken seriously, and everything that you tell me is 100% confidential. It will not be shared with anybody unless you authorize it or unless it's part of the advocacy of your case where I am talking to a prosecutor and there's something about what you've told me is to your benefit. And I think I could use that to aid in the resolution of the matter. If you're not quite ready to pick up the phone and call, that's fine. There are quite a few articles on my website. Most people find the articles helpful. And I find for myself that reviews are helpful. Try to see how other people who've been my clients react to the way I've represented them. And sometimes the reviews can be more telling than just information about a specific attorney. Well, the most direct way is to call the number on the website, which is 201-500-6212. I have office hours every single day. I'm available just about any time. So if you call me, I usually pick up the phone day or night. Even on the weekends, I do field my own calls and return calls and take calls. So you can call me after hours. All the telephone numbers that I use are all forwarded directly to me. If you'd rather, you could just go ahead and use the contact form on the website or email me. It's very simple. It's my name, Carl Spector, C-A-R-L, S-P-E-C-T-O-R at gmail.com. If you're coming to my office for an in-person consultation, be told that it is a free consultation. I'm on the corner of Plaza Road and Fairlawn Avenue in the heart of Fairlawn. And just make an appointment with me, and we'll sit down and go over whatever questions you have and try to put you at ease as to what's coming up in your future.